Lovely. You okay? Hello. You all right? So that was lovely. The applause stopped just about as I got there, which was fine. So we've got an empty front row and just you two. That's brilliant. You were late. You're female, so only to be. You couldn't find it. How hard is it to find? Quite hard. So table at the back. We got a big table there, haven't we? How many of you? 20. Where are you from? Obviously. Yeah. All right. Let's just get that shit out of the way. Who's English in here? Yay! Who's Welsh? Just the two of us, is it? So let's be honest. Where are you Welsh?
No,
Scottish. Scotland didn't play today. Do you play today? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. We got any Irish people in? Listen to that. Yeah. Maybe one or two. So and guys, you okay? Sort of. Who's the spare seat for there? What? He's at the bar. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just one more than a Take That tribute coming. So where are you guys all from? I've not seen you here before. You're all from Gloucester. And what do you do? Teachers. Are they? You're a teacher, so you're the sensible one of the group, and the rest are just delinquents and stuff, and that's it. So, listen, who's just been to this gig before? Not just been, who's been to this gig before? Cheer. Few, 1 or 2, and who's never been? Right, so what we do for all you new people, because there's a lot of regulars, is we like to make you feel welcome, and if you just want to stand up one at a time, introduce yourself to the group. So we'll start with you, sir. What? Yeah, go on. Won't take too long. Come on. Turn round. Let's do it properly. And what's your name?
My name's Brian.
And what do you do, Brian?
I work on the building site.
Really? At your age? Fuck me, that's fantastic. How old are you, Brian?
I'm 65.
And you still work on the building site? Shit. Well done to you.
We are doing Shire Hall at the moment.
You're doing Shire Hall? What, as in burgling it, or...?
We renovated it a
You're
bit.
65. Christ, that's brilliant. And is this your good lady wife?
This is my lovely young.
Lovely young wife. That's fantastic. That's good. So I can't believe that all these people sewing still falls for that really cheap shot every single gig. So yeah, listen, thanks for coming out. Welcome to Gloucester Brewery. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. For those of you who haven't been, my name's Nick Hill. I'm your MC. So basically, my job is just to chat to you for a while and then introduce acts. We've got 4 fantastic acts for you tonight. So we'll have the first act on, and then there'll be an interval where 75 of you can try and attempt to use 2 toilets. That's going to be quite entertaining. Yeah. It will get better in time. We have got plans. And then there'll be a middle section with 2 acts, and then another break, and then your headline act. Is that okay? That's good. So hope you're all well. I've got to be honest. 2017 hasn't been a brilliant year again, has it? We've had some celebrity deaths yet again. Like this week, was it Tara Palmer? She's gone, hasn't she? Which is a real shame. Yes. Didn't you know that?
No.
You didn't know? I'm sorry, that's come as a surprise to you. Did you know her that well? Shit, you look quite horrified actually.
Yeah.
Fuck me, I bet you didn't expect a Ginger Wolf to be breaking that news to you, did you? On a Saturday night in Gloucester. Personally, I've got to be honest, I've had a bit of a shit start to the year. Not so much me personally, but a good friend of mine passed away fairly rapidly back in January. She was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer December the 8th, and she died on January the 11th, which was a real shock. And they say, you find humour in dark places, and I spoke to her about 3 days before she died. I said, Angie, I've known you for 30 years. It would be a real honour if I could be a pallbearer at your funeral. And she said, Nick, that's not going to happen. I said, is there any specific reason for that? She said, yeah, I know we've known each other for 30 years, but the the last thing I want is a short little ginger fucker hanging off my coffin as it's going down the aisle. So I thought, oh, that's lovely. And this week, my 88-year-old mother has been diagnosed with dementia, and I don't know if anybody's gone through that, but it's come as a bit of a shock. She had a fall a week ago, and she's in hospital now as we speak. And she knows I'm doing this gig. I asked if it was all right to mention it. I mean, she didn't have a clue, to be quite honest. It was mildly entertaining. I went in to see her on Wednesday night, and she's sort of lucid, but also saying some silly things. And there was this really lovely woman in the bed across the way, and Mum said very loudly, "You're married to her, aren't you?" And I'm looking, thinking, no, but actually she's quite fit. I wish I was. So no, Mum, I'm not married to her. And then she followed up with, "Don't call me a bitch." And I had to apologise and said, "Look, I'm really sorry. She's obviously, she's not with it. She is hallucinating. No, it's fine." And then I didn't go back until Friday, and I thought she might have improved. So when I went in Friday, not too bad, but this isn't what you want to hear, right? When you're in hospital, there's 6 other people in the ward, and your 88-year-old woman, mother, suddenly shouts out, "So they've let you out of prison then?" "Mum, I've not been in prison." "Yes, you have. You murdered your brother." I should point out, my brother died in 2009 of ischemic heart disease. I said, "Mum, I didn't murder Tim." "Yes, you did." "Have you brought the gun to shoot me as well?" "I haven't. But actually, if you fucking keep this up." And then, to top it all, she said, in a rather loud voice, and bearing in mind the whole room's listening by this point, "And you made me have sex with you before we were married." That's horrific, isn't it? So, yeah, it's not been a good start. I am married. I've been married for 17 years, and that brings its own. Yeah, well, it's not hardly a fucking woo-woo, is it really? I'm sure there's people who've been married a lot longer. How long have you been married? 14 or 40? 1-4. 1-4. Any? Oh, what do you mean? Oh, any advance on 14? Nothing. 3. 30. 25. Oh, look, it's going up. This is just gonna. Right. Can I just point out at this point, I don't really give a fuck, to be quite honest. I'm not really that interested. But we have been married for 17 years, and I don't know if anybody of you saw Not Going Out on Friday night, but there was a bit in there where they were doing this hot tub thing. Did you see it? So basically it was, you have to tell your partner, if you could choose anybody to share a hot tub with, who would it be? So my wife said, "Oh, that's who would you choose?" And like straight off the top of my head, I said Felicity Kendall. Right? Yeah. Forgetting that she's now 83. I said to my wife, "What about you?" And without a second thought, fucking Idris Elba. I mean, that's just... you don't really want to hear that, do you, to be quite honest. And then she said, "If something happened to me, would you get remarried?" I said, "Oh, I don't know if I could be asked, really." And she said, "Well, I would have no hesitation in remarrying. I'm sure I could do better than what I've got now." And I thought, I don't know if I could be asked with all that hassle, because years ago, I mean, you guys won't know this, but a lot of the older guys, back in the day, it was far easier to meet women, wasn't it? Because we had KCs, didn't we? So who can remember? Obviously, that's true. So every Saturday night was the same ritual. You go out playing rugby, have a few beers, go home, have a shower, whack on all the kuros, down into town, do the pub crawl, into KC's. Your feet would get stuck on the sticky floor. You'd wander around till you spot a victim. Try to impress her with your Northern Soul backflip and then pull her back out. And spend the next hour hobbling around. wait till the slow dance came on, and the two of you would intertwine, and everything was absolutely fine and hunky-dory till the lights went up, and it was, fuck me, what is that? I ain't never said that. But irrespective of what they looked like, it was always the same outcome, back to their place for frantic, totally uninhibited sex, which was brilliant, because by then you were just so grateful. And every Sunday morning was the same thing. You'd wake up in a different bed with three little faces looking at you, one white, one black and one mixed, saying, "Are you our new uncle?" There seems to be quite a lot of people in here who went to KC's, that's for sure. Yeah, my wife's, she's not here tonight. She's actually in hospital, which is a bit of a shame, because she's one of these women, and I don't know, I think this must be a women's thing, that when we go out in the car, sometimes, because I'm quite little, I can't see out the side, and it's quite handy to ask her if anything's coming, and she'll say, I'll say, "Is it safe to go?" "Yes, if you're quick." And clearly this time I wasn't quick, as the Eddie Stobart truck played into the side of us, so she's recovering now, but she's fine, honestly, she's fine. So, without further ado, what we're going to do, we're going to bring your first act on now, is that okay? Yeah! And if we could start the applause at the back of the room, bring it right the way through as we welcome the very lovely Ryan McDonald!
Thank you very much, Gloucester! Wow. Fucking hell, that was a real, sudden drop-off in enthusiasm there very quickly, wasn't it? It's you definitely cheered whenever he called my name out, but now it kind of just looks like